It might not really seem like it, but I'm in a lot of pain. Some of it's physical, most of it's emotional, and I try to do my best to share some of that online. But for the stuff that's a bit too personal for YouTube, what am I supposed to do with all of that? And hey, maybe you're in a similar boat. Maybe you're in love and they don't feel the same way, or maybe life is just a little too much right now. Whatever the pain is, it's valid. There are only so many people you can talk to or therapy sessions you can book. And for all that time and quiet suffering in between, what do you do with all those feelings? How do you stop them from eating you alive?
He was swallowed whole. No! Dude!
And art is amazing because you can really use it as the release valve for all those intense emotions. I realized this year that I don't really want to be making art for clicks. October. I want to be... I want to be making art that's a bit more emotionally honest and a little more raw. Essentially making the art because I have to, otherwise I'm gonna implode. So I tried to approach painting 2 in this series in that way, and I accidentally made the best painting that I've ever done before, somehow. And so it seems fucked up to say, but it's almost like the intense pain converted real nice into art. If anything, at least it's not like just sitting heavy. Like, imagine feeling sad and then trying to suppress that. Isn't it just easier to cry it out? And then you feel better after. These release valves are so important, and art is just another release valve you can use. And sometimes I'll use things that, let's say, make things a bit more magical and visually interesting.
It's like I see paint differently, or it's reacting differently. I don't know. It feels like I'm doing something different now than what I was doing before, and that seems silly, right? Like that can't be real.
By not resisting how I'm feeling, I'm also not resisting how the art is flowing through me. I feel like it is the most honest representation of whatever is in me. I will not attack the microphone that I forgot was there.
There's so much to this that I like, just like the way the brush dances. Am I really in a spot where I should be talking to the camera right now? Questionable. I'm just enjoying the process of moving this brush that's too big around with some paint down, and there we go. Why not?
I feel like that provides the most appropriate channel from whatever's in here or whatever I don't even know is in here, and it just creates this seamless transition to my hand, and then I can listen to music, and then the music more or less influences what my hand does, essentially turning all that pain into something that I can put onto a canvas or a board or whatever.
Sometimes you just end up with this mess of a brush and just decide, all right, that's fine, we're gonna go for it. And neat things are gonna happen. And all that stuff that you were planning before, all that you thought you were gonna be doing. The things I'm willing to do, just like dipping my brush into this and being like, all right, let's go.
So lean into being brokenhearted or being in love. Feel that big emotion and use it. Wield it because it's yours. You're essentially art bending or emotion bending. I think you're bending something. By not resisting it, you can put that energy wherever you want instead of letting it suffocate you.
I don't know where that orange came from, but it's cool.
Man, it's so crazy. There's so much going on here, and I feel like it's only gonna be me that appreciates this brushwork. Trying to paint. Interesting things happening with this eye accidentally as it goes. Yeah, ask me what's really going on in my head. This is kind of it. Be a bit bolder here. There's so many cases where you can't just stop feeling the way you're feeling. I learned in my last video that some things are just unavoidable. But if you're not resisting the truth of what you're feeling, you have more choice as to what you can even do with that energy. You just have more options and agency.
Gotta remind myself to do interesting shit. This color is a mess. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but I think it's gonna be good. Disheveled me trying to focus. This is the painting POV. If you were the painting that I'm painting, this is what you would see. You would see me being disheveled. All right, just stop. What am I doing? What's the point of this? Why am I, stop.
These big emotions, this energy, It can be wild, chaotic, and intense. And it's kind of a gift being able to access it, because not everyone can. But at the same time, it can be disruptive, painful, and just a lot. I found for me that unless I can feel the full intensity of my emotions, it's hard to make art that's true and honest. And that just means that my pain is kind of directly tied to how expressive my art is. Because it's not like how I feel has changed, but my reaction to how I feel has definitely changed. I just don't feel so crushed by everything.
What was I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? Sure. Let that fucking drip. Fuck it.
So if we're not counting prep time, I think this painting took around 4 hours to complete, and that's not meant to be like a, oh, hey, look how fast I can do a painting. It's more like, oh, it's, god damn it. If anything, I think it's a good example of what's possible when you're not resisting how you're feeling. So maybe next time you find yourself grappling with some big emotion, try maybe not fighting it and just letting it flow through you and letting it guide you. You might be surprised with what's even possible with that energy. My therapist is absolutely incredible, and she's also an artist, so she's really able to help me unpack all this stuff. And I feel like I'm really just not alone in these experiences. So if any of what I've shared has resonated with you, I put together a video over here about how engaging with the ritual and process of art has really been helping me process all the craziness going on here and here. So hopefully there'll be something helpful for you there as well.